days just seem to be so busy now, and I do not have time to cook at home. I hardly ever eat breakfast. So today Jana is here to help me prep a breakfast that is healthy for busy families.
Right, absolutely. So as you said, keyword is busy families, and we're all busy. Even if we don't have families, you know, time just seems to get shorter and shorter. So the way that we prep meals and what you want to think about as far as meal preparation is that you can make your family healthy by doing that in advance, because you get to choose the recipe, you get to put ingredients in it that you know is good for you and for your family. Make it ahead of time so it's not crazy rushing around in the morning and you give them a sugary bowl of cereal. This is prepped the day before, it's ready, you take it out of the fridge, pop it in the microwave to heat it up a little bit, and they have a nice full breakfast with protein, carbohydrates, and dairy.
That sounds great, because I, like to just drink my coffee and go.
Right, right. Most people.
So
You'd
food would be good.
Yes, for sure.
So how do we do it?
Okay, so what we have here, like I said before, is a ham and Swiss casserole. So if you'll help me,
sure.
We are going to, I'll do this part over here. So you're gonna have an 8x8 pan, and you're gonna spray that with some cooking spray so the bread does not stick to that. Okay. And you need 6 slices of bread. So we have white enriched bread that we're gonna put on the bottom of our pan. And if you like a little bit more order, you can cut the bread in half so it fits a little bit better in the bottom of the tray. And then you're gonna have 6 ounces of cheese that you're gonna put on top of that. It's grated. This is Swiss cheese that you're just gonna put half of that on top of the bread. Then you're gonna get your ham, and you wanna make sure that you get low sodium ham, so it's lower in salt content for those that may be salt sensitive or have some hypertension issues. So you wanna put half of your ham on there, and disclaimer, my hands were washed prior to this, so they're clean.
So when you're putting this together, what do you have to think about for safety concerns? Like how far ahead of time, how long can you keep it in the fridge?
Right, so you definitely have to think about storage. Do you have enough freezer space? Do you have enough refrigeration to keep this safe so your family does not come down with a case of foodborne illness? So you want to think about that. You want to think about the time of the year that you're purchasing and buying, especially fresh vegetables and fruit. It's cheaper to buy whatever is in season. So if you think about that, and you want to think about convenience for your family. You want to make this in a time where it's not really stressful.
I was just going to ask you, like, when would be ideal, because this is a breakfast that we're putting together.
Downtime for your family. If you have downtime on the weekend, that would be ideal to make this meal, because you can prep it overnight.
Like a fun thing to do with
Absolutely,
the kids.
You can be interactive with your kids and make it fun. Cool. So Michelle, if you'll take those 2 eggs, we have 2 large eggs, and put them in that bowl.
Okay.
And you're going to pour in 1 cup of milk.
Ooh, 1 cup of milk.
And this is fat-free skim milk that we're using. We want to make it healthy as possible. 1 cup of that. And then I'm going to get our teaspoons out of here.
Okay. And then I whisk this with the eggs?
You're going to whisk that, and you're going to keep whisking. I'm going to put in a tablespoon of mustard that we have here.
Oh, mustard.
Mustard. It gives a little bit of tang. So we're going to put that mustard in there just like that.
One yolk doesn't want to crack.
I know. So you have an option. You can use Worcestershire sauce, or you can use soy sauce. So we have soy sauce today, and we're going to use a very tiny amount of that. And I think, Michelle, the teaspoon is here in front of you. So we're going to use 1/2 teaspoon of the soy sauce, and we're going to pour that in there just like that while you're still whisking. Use your favorite herb or spice. This has celery powder in it, celery seed, garlic, and a little bit of onion powder in that. So we're going to scoop a little bit of that in there, just a 1/2 teaspoon of that in there. And then we need 1 full teaspoon of onion powder. And then we are ready to pour over our casserole.
Do you have any tips on how to make this process, less stressful if you're trying to think about prepping meals and, planning for the week?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, you really want to do it on downtime where you can be really interactive with your kid. Make a family event. If dad likes to cook, then the whole family can be in the kitchen. And you can also use that time as education. Okay, so we're using skim milk instead of whole milk, and this is the reason why. We're doing, we're making substitution to make sure that our family is healthy.
So now I understand that we have one of these ready to go.
Ready to go and
the magic of television.
Yes, absolutely. So we're going to open our handy dandy oven, and this is our finished product here.
Wow, Jana, this looks delicious.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing this recipe with us.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
And now we have something easy to make and healthy for our busy families.